All right, Ray, I want you to see this right here. We have a vehicle going through a building, but not only just any regular building. This is oh, and he's mad. He's so
Yeah,
mad. He's
yeah,
so mad. Oh, he just left it there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So this guy right here crashed his Subaru that he just bought into the dealership that he bought it from. I'm assuming that he was not too happy about the car that he bought. But Ray, tell us what happened here.
Well, he apparently he needed a cheap car, and the dealership happened to have one, a $4,000 older Outback, and this was in Utah, and the gentleman bought the car, as is, where is. So to explain what that means, it means that whatever issues that vehicle has, they're yours when you sign, because you're buying it exactly as it sits. If it runs, great. If it doesn't run, you know it doesn't run because you already tried to test drive it, but you're buying it in the condition that it sits. There is no warranty or merchantability offered by the dealer. So whatever issues it has, they're now your issues, not the dealer's issues. And, a lot of, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. A lot of customers don't necessarily understand what as is, where is when it comes to a car. And it is required by the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, that a buyer's guide has to be placed on every pre-owned car sold, explaining if there's any warranty. There's two boxes. One box says as is. You're buying it as it sits. The other says there is some warranty available. Could be the continuation of the factory warranty. It could be a warranty that the dealership applies to the vehicle. I know when I first started in the business, we had what one of my salespeople referred to as a 30-day 50-50 guarantee. It was not a guarantee. It was a guarantee. Yeah, guarantee. 30-day, 50-50. If anything goes wrong, you pay half, we pay half. And trust me, the half you paid was more than the half we were paying, because that's just the way it worked. Because we controlled the pencil on the service repair order. But so most people don't understand, if they buy it and they sign the FTC sticker, which they have to sign when they buy the vehicle, acknowledging whether it has a warranty or not. Oftentimes the customer will say, well, what does it mean when it says as is? And the salesperson will go, oh, don't worry about it. It just means you're buying it the way it is, and the customer takes that to mean, okay, well, I guess the dealership will take care of any problems it might have, where in fact the dealership ain't going to do anything for you. They're not going to lift a finger. And it turned out he bought it. Allegedly, he knew he bought it as is with no warranty. He took it home, realized there were some problems, came back and said, I want you to give me my money back. And allegedly, the dealership said, you bought it as is. We're not refunding your money. And he said, if you don't give me my money back, I'm going to drive the car into the showroom.
Man of his word.
Absolutely. So you got to give him credit for that. But you have to do me
wait. Before I laugh about any of this, did anybody get hurt?
Nobody got hurt.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll laugh about it.
Nope, right, nobody got hurt. And really, you need to play more of the video. And the reason I say that is the one thing that I noticed in the video, other than the fact that he, it was pretty high speed coming through. You take a look at everybody in the pictures that shows up. Okay, the customer, fat guy. Okay, now wait till you see sales staff, because there isn't one person that is in shape in this video as it comes through the dealership. Every salesperson that ran out there was like me. They all suffered from Dunlop disease, like a tire disease, like my stomach Dunlop over my belt.
All right, we're getting off topic. This doesn't have anything to do with the story. Let's go back.
Just that the what it has to do with the story is there's a lot of out of shape fat guys working in dealerships as sales managers and salespeople, because what they do is sit on their collective asses most of the day and they don't get any exercise. So, I thought they're pretty nimble for being able to get, for they're nimble for like 3 or 4 steps. Okay. But it was just fascinating to me to see how many fat guys were involved in this story. Just, that's what that more than anything caught my attention, how out of shape the staff was.
So here's the thing: you say "as is, where is." Well, I know where the car is.
Yes,
and it's still lodged in that dealership. But here's the thing: he bought the car for $4,000, and in today's market right now, I know I will say I'm a used car dealer, and I sell cars that are $5,000 and under.
Yes.
But I know that I'm not I'm not commonplace, right? You're not going to find many dealers that are out there selling cars that are $5,000 and under and only making like $1,000 a car and just trying to play the volume game. Dealers like me don't exist out there. So I would anticipate that most dealers out there, if they're selling a $4,000 car, they're like, well, you know what? If it runs, it's worth $4,000.
Yes.
And you know what? That car, it was running. We saw it run. So
yes,
it ran right through the front door.
it certainly had enough oomph behind it to crash through the front door, and it was stopped by maybe the receptionist desk. I don't know. I'm not sure what issues the gentleman thought it had. Maybe his concern was that the brakes weren't working well. Who knows? But as a customer, point of emphasis, as a customer, it is incumbent upon you and no one other than you to know what the hell it is that you're buying and what it is that you're signing. And if you don't know, stop the proceedings until you do know. You can't spend $4,000 for a car today and think that you're getting something without any issues at all. I mean, I don't care about you just have to know that $4,000 doesn't buy you much of a car today. So that if you go into a dealership and I only have $4,000, and they go, well, we were getting ready to wholesale this car for $4,000. We'll just sell it to you, which is allegedly part of the story. The customer has to know that he's, at $4,000, he's not buying the greatest car in the world. And so do I feel badly for the customer that he bought what turned out to be some junk? No, it's on him to know. It's on him to bring a mechanic with him. It's on him to get a pre-purchase inspection done before he does something like that. Any customer, it is, if you're waiting for some governmental agency to save your ass, then you're gonna wait till hell freezes over, because it ain't gonna happen. And as a human being, you just have to. You have the responsibility to protect yourself. No one else has that responsibility for you.
All right, so all of you watching it here, I know most of you are not subscribed, so I need you to hit that subscribe button. Whatever we need to do to get you to hit that subscribe button, Ray will do it. So just hit it for us and let us know what he needs to do down in the comments to get you to subscribe.
I don't know if we know how much time he'll be getting.
Yeah, here's a question: how much jail time do you think he'll get? So it's probably using the car as a weapon. So what's that called?
I don't know, but it was. I mean, how's he even going to pay for the damage? And I'm not talking about the damage to the vehicle, because the vehicle looked like it handled it pretty well, but. Replacing those front doors at a dealership, that ain't going to be cheap. So malicious mischief, I don't know what they would call it all, but reckless endangerment, that's a good one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I'm looking up here. It says it can be considered assault with a deadly weapon, and the weapon being the actual car.
yeah, well, of course, but he didn't assault anyone. He just assaulted a building. Um,
Well, he didn't know that somebody wasn't. I feel like they could spin it in a way where they could say that because he didn't know that there wasn't somebody just standing right there before he plowed his car into the side of the building. At least
one
if I
never
was a lawyer, that's what I would say. If I was trying to put him away for as long as possible, is like this guy didn't know that there wasn't a whole orphanage standing right in front of the window before he plowed into that car. He needs to go away for a long time.
I would imagine he'll do some jail time. Will he have to come up with restitution the cost of repairs of the building? I don't know. Um, I just know that the next time that particular person says he's going to do something, whoever he says that to will now believe that he means it. So,
Well, I can say being a used car dealer that sells stuff $5,000 and under, my advice to you, if you're ever in a situation where you buy a car and you find something out afterwards that you probably could have caught it when it was sitting there at the dealership. And the best way to figure that out is to first, before you even go looking for cars, go look for a mechanic. Go find a trusted mechanic first and make sure you can take that whatever car that you want to look at or want to potentially buy. Make sure that dealership's going to let you take it to that mechanic. And if they don't, you need to just go shop somewhere else. We tell this to our customers. Please go get this car checked out by your mechanic because, on my lot right now, we have 130 cars. And I got 2 guys that are running through all these cars to try to fix all the problems, move them around, figure out what's going on.
mm-hmm.
We're going to miss something. We beg our customers, please get this thing checked out so you can know more about this car than I know at this moment about this vehicle, because I want you to be comfortable buying this car. I want you to make sure you're buying a good car and know what you're going to have to fix on it. Because if it's a 2,500, 3,000, 35, 4,000, whatever the price is on my lot, you're going to have to fix something. There's going to be something coming up that it's going to need brakes coming up. It's going to need some regular maintenance. It's not a brand new car.
Yeah, you are, when you buy a $3,500 or $4,000 car, along with that car, you are buying a future repair. Normally, a significant future repair.
And when you're going to go buy a used car, go find something wrong with it. That's the best way to negotiate. If you, I know there's a lot of people out there that have found our dealership through YouTube. They come and they buy cars from us. And I will tell you, it's the worst thing for me to say to you, because obviously I want to get as much money out of my cars as possible. We don't negotiate. But if we are to negotiate on something, if you go find something wrong with that car and take it to my sales manager, say, hey, just took it to my mechanic and it looks like it's going to need brakes in a couple months or so, and it's going to cost $200. And can you, brakes are more expensive than $200, $250, $300, whatever.
It is,
Can you knock off half of that? I know I'm going to have to do something with a cheap car, but just so it helps me out a little bit. That's going to be the best way to get money off. That's the best way to negotiate against me, against my dealership. Find something wrong with the car.
And you said it before. They will find something wrong with the car if they take it to their mechanic, because you are not making a $4,000 car perfect. You are making a $4,000 car safe. That doesn't mean that there aren't repairs that are about to come up or going to be needed. You're making it safe for the time they drive it off the lot. How long it will remain that way, nobody ever really knows. You can't check everything in a car. You can listen to things, but you can't determine in most cases from listening to different things how soon something is going to break or when something is going to break. But you have to know as a consumer that on a $4,000 car, you're buying future repairs. It's just that simple. Okay, and to expect otherwise, that's just pure folly on the customer's part, in my opinion. Do I have to say in my opinion on our show?
No, you can say whatever word you want to say after you give your own opinion, and you know what? That's my opinion. And if you care anything else about it, then you can go. What was the term you used the other day? You can go fornicate with yourself. Is what?
Yeah, you can go forth and multiply with yourself, by yourself, on your own.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't say that, but we can imply it, I guess.
Yes, kind of like the merchantability of the vehicle. We can apply it. Yeah, or not.
Speaking of that, and telling you where you can go put your criticism. Here's a comment I can pull up. How many times can someone be shocked? The answer is always at least one more.
Yeah. Yeah, because some people are shocked more easily than other people. Okay.
So here's the thing about these titles. I know Zach gets it a lot, and I think he takes it to heart a little bit more than I do.
Yes.
I mean, at this point, do you not see it's just all a joke? Here's the title of today's live stream.
Yeah.
It started. It's over. We answer your car questions. It's done, and I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just a big joke. That's all it is. So if you want to whine about that, whine in here. I get it. I hear your concerns.
Yes.
But I don't care.
Okay. You put it nicely. I don't really give a.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Hey, come on, anybody that uses YouTube, there is no way you can view anything on YouTube and not know that most of the thumbnails are pure, unadulterated, good old-fashioned American BS. I mean, come on now. Everybody does it. Now, I'm not saying just because everybody does it, we should do it, but why should we stand out by not doing it?
No,
everybody does it. Everybody expects it. Half the people that tune in just to complain about the title. So whatever. Just, it's not that big a deal.
So it's the system that we are working within. I'll give you a little lesson on YouTube and why we do the things we do, why I pick the titles that I pick. Is because if I pick like a muted down title, let's say we're just talking about prices trending down. If I say, okay, used car prices are trending down and we're looking like we're getting somewhat back to normal. Obviously, that's exactly what's happening. And what happens is when people, and we've tried these titles, and you people, you out there, you don't click on them. So if you don't click on them, then they don't get shown to anyone. YouTube will just bury them and it won't happen. So if you actually want your videos to be seen, if you want to try to help people with your information on YouTube, if you want to cover the car market and be seen by anyone, this is the game we have to play. I hate it. I hate making these titles. I don't want to make titles. You know what title I want to make? I want to make Car Questions Answered, episode 348. Yes. That's what I want the title to be. Nobody's going to click on it. It's not going to matter.
Unfortunately, you'll have 3 people watch it, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. So
that's why It's Done is in every thumbnail and every title that I'm going to make forever, because that's what you want to click on. So if anyone can be blamed, blame yourself. There we go.
Okay, I love that.
And I love when people agree with it. You understand what's going on. So it makes you're wasting your finger injury energy to complain about it. There you go.
Because everybody knows it's no different than newspapers. Okay, newspapers always sold Brandon likes to practice by making titles for everyday situations. I highly recommend. It gets pretty fun sometimes. My point was going to be, what sold newspapers when there really were newspapers out on the newsstand? It was the headline that sold the newspaper. Okay. Was the headline typically more bombastic than it needed to be? Yeah, that's why it's called a headline, to grab your attention, to get you to buy what nobody knows is a newspaper today. But my point is, it's been around forever. Do they do teases on TV? Absolutely. I mean, it's part and parcel of life. Stop bitching about it.
All right, so we're losing viewership by the second. So
I'm
let's
sorry.
go. Let's go to the next thing. Oh, this is why I like the show. This because anything that just aggravates me about YouTube, you've experienced it, you
Yeah.
and Zach, and you hear about it, and I love to be able to talk about it. And now our viewers can. Why did you pull it? I didn't click on that. That's not a funny joke. It's not a funny joke. Yeah, my wife does this all the time. So I use "done" in the title so much that she will always make fun of me like this. There you go.
Yeah. That's how you spell your name. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
If you liked what you saw today, do us a favor right here at CarSense. Like and subscribe. We're new. We're growing. You can't do without us.